We're back on Jersey Central on Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. A lot of excitement about a show that is coming to the State Theater New Jersey stage this coming Friday evening, and what a performance it's going to be. It's American Repertory Ballet's production of the timeless story Beauty and the Beast. Now, you know it's going to be a great show, of course. It's American Repertory Ballet. It's on stage at State Theater. The music provided that night will be by the Princeton Symphony, so this is going to be a terrific evening. And I've got some guests joining me now on the Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline who are the lead dancers of the show. Two people that I've had on the show to talk about other performances before, but let's welcome back Journy Wilkes-Davis. Hi, Journy. Good morning. Good to talk to you again.
Hi, good morning.
And we have Nanako Yamamoto who's with us. Good morning to you, Nanako.
Hi, good morning.
Great to have you both here and taking a break from your rehearsal and your performance schedule. But Journey, this is a show that everybody kind of knows the Beauty and the Beast story and what the saga is all about. But anything that American Repertory Ballet does, you know the productions are going to be that super. What do you want people to know about this show, which is coming up on Friday?
Well, it's not the your typical Disney version of Beauty and the Beast, so it's definitely something a little bit different than what everybody's used to seeing. It's closer to the original fairy tale, and so there's also a little bit of a twist on that fairy tale. So there'll be some new things that nobody's ever seen before, for sure.
And one of the things I know that American Repertory Ballet always does so spectacularly is costumes and the wardrobing. Talk about some of the costumes that we'll see on Friday.
Yeah, Janessa Owen, she did a wonderful job with designing the costume, and we have all brand new costumes for all of us, each character this time. So we're very excited, and it's all looking very beautiful.
And anytime you get to perform, and not only in front of a live audience, but in a timeless venue like State Theater, having that live orchestra just kind of adds to the excitement. Talk about some of the things. It's hard. It's got to be hard to kind of keep things straight with the music and the dancing and making sure everything kind of syncs up perfectly. Journey, what are some things that are kind of going through your head while you're on the stage there to keep everything kind of lined up perfectly?
Yeah, it's definitely a balancing act for making sure that you're still focused on the dancing, of course, but being very aware, because we're used to recorded music in the studio, so when you get on stage with a live orchestra, you really have to make sure that you kind of don't get comfortable. You have to be really aware of the tempos might be a little bit different, and anything could change because it's live, of course, so you just have this other unknown factor, in a sense, that you have to kind of anticipate.
Yeah, Nanako, how many rehearsals will you do with the live orchestra before the actual show on Friday?
We are getting together for the first time, actually, this Wednesday, and we will have them for the dress rehearsal and then the day of the show. So, but we have our conductor's been coming into rehearsal almost every day with us, and she's been working with us very nicely and, trying to be on the same page when to start the music, to what step that, dancers do in order to start each track. So I'm pretty confident. She's a lovely conductor, and it's going to work very nicely.
Yeah, it's going to be a great night, of course. arballet.org for tickets and information for the performance this Friday at State Theater in downtown New Brunswick. I had the privilege of hosting the gala back in December, and we got just a little preview, Journey and Nanako, of what the show is about, just enough to kind of whet the appetite, if you will. Talk about how the show has developed, even from rehearsals that go back a few months, Journey. Even the show has even evolved a bit since then, right?
Oh, of course, yeah. There's of course, everything is all finished and choreographed, and so we've just been working on perfecting, all the very challenging choreography this time around, and so just really getting used to it, getting into the character, kind of letting that soak in so that we can feel very at ease on stage.
And how many hours per day, Nanako, are you and Journey putting into this show leading up to Friday?
We usually have 5 to 6 hour rehearsal days, Monday through Friday. So we would do the run of it in the morning, and then we get notes in the afternoon. We just keep working on like the inscription section.
Yeah, this is going to be real exciting. And I had the privilege of doing a walk-on back in December for the Nutcracker, which I thought was such a great experience for me. And I can remember there being a lot of the sets on stage were just very elaborate. Journy, is there a lot of things on the stage in terms of set design with this particular production?
Definitely. There's a lot of scene changes, which the dancers are also kind of responsible for. So it's just another added kind of layer of complexity for them, just in terms, not only are they remembering the choreography, but they're remembering all their scene changes. So there's quite a bit of movement going on in terms of the scenery and the props.
Yeah, sounds like it, a lot taking place. Nanako, for someone who maybe has never seen a ballet performance before, this is probably a pretty good one to see the first time, because maybe you might have a little bit of familiarity with the Beauty and the Beast story, but for someone who's never seen it done live on stage as a ballet production, this is a pretty good one to see for your first time, right?
Yes, I believe so. I honestly feel like this is like all the ballerinas dream of being, doing the role. And I'm really enjoying it, emotionally very invested in the character, and I'm just loving every minute of it.
Yeah.
As hard as it is, but we're enjoying it.
Probably not the first time either of you have danced at State Theater before. Safe to say you both have performed there before, and if so, talk about some great things about performing at such a timeless venue like State Theater.
Another highlight was actually one of my first performances at State was last season, and that was dancing with Nanako as well. We got to do Kirk Peterson's Carmen. So that was a really big highlight to be performing there with that also, incredible ballet.
Yeah, so Nanako, you've obviously performed there too, and you enjoy being on stage at State Theater also.
Yes, it's a lovely theater. We love going there and performing.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time on Friday night, and you can get tickets. There are a limited number of tickets that do remain at arballet.org, and I know we gave away a bunch on my morning show last week, and the phones just went crazy because I think, number one, State Theater, it's American Repertory Ballet, and it's a show that people kind of know and kind of familiar with, but I could see why it was such a popular thing. So there are still some tickets that remain at arballet.org, and Nanako, you were always the beauty, right? There was never talk of having you guys switch, that you would be the Beast and Journy would be. Did that ever come up at all? No? All right. Never came up in the discussions. All right. Well, it makes sense then that you guys are perfectly cast then. But Journy, Wilkes-Davis, and Nanako Yamamoto, I'll let you two get back to your very busy rehearsal schedule, and thank you for the privilege of speaking with you this morning, and good luck with everything, and Friday is going to be a tremendous success for everybody. So thank you again for the time today, and best of luck. All right?
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for